Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to another Technique Tuesday. So today I'm going to be covering my against the grain or my south to north pass. Um, so first what you want to make sure you have is a nice dry neck. So I just use a little hand towel and I wipe my neck. You just want to make sure you have a nice dry surface so that you can skin stretch easily. So next, I'm gonna take my razor. The grip that I like to use, I just like to grab right by the end of the tang, 2 fingers, and then the rest of my fingers just hold the scales like this. Another grip you can use that I've seen people do is kind of another pinch grip style. Whatever works for you. You know, you just wanna make sure you don't have like a vice grip on the razor. From what I've experienced and what I've kind of been taught, gripping the razor hard actually leads to you using a little bit more pressure. So the looser you can grip the razor, the better. So when you're first starting, a grip like this might actually be helpful because it'll allow you to have more points of contact, so you can grip a little bit looser without having to worry about stability. But yeah, I personally like this. So I start in the middle of my neck and I'm gonna go south to north right here. You wanna make sure you come in with a very, very shallow blade angle. You almost wanna just lay the razor on your skin flat and then just give yourself a small increase in angle from there. So what's important to do, especially when coming up, is to make sure you're doing almost a little bit of a scooping motion. So you want to roll the razor with the change in angle from the chin. I've seen even like some slightly more experienced guys forget to do this. So just make sure you're rolling the razor with the change in your chin. So now I'm going to do the chin. The chin is a pretty difficult area. You know, if your growth is too dense, sometimes you almost just don't want to do like a directly north to south pass. It might be better for you to just come across the grain again. You know, I've seen guys like, I think Lynn Abrams says he only does his chin one time because it's just, you know, too much. So he's just satisfied with DFS. So, you know, you don't always have to chase BBS. You just have to get a good enough, like, socially acceptable shave. But I like to go up against the grain and I put my fingers underneath my chin and push. And what this does is it helps keep the skin tight. So this is my skin stretching for my chin. So right here, and then again, rolling the razor with the changing of the angles. And then for my soul patch area, I actually don't put my tongue in the back like I did on the last pass, and I just keep going, and then I make sure I kind of do a little flick up to follow the curve of my lip. So that's the chin. Again, make sure you're skin stretching, make sure you are rolling the blade with the chin. So now I'm gonna move on to my neck. Same thing, come in with a very, very flat angle. Just work your way up, and again, change your angle with the jawline. So for me, I like to J-hook, and that's just adding a little flick to my wrist. And then when I come up by my sideburn area, I'm doing a little J-hook, less of that flicking motion, a little bit more control. And yeah, that helps get my my neckline really clean. Sometimes I'll come up at more of an angle too, and that also helps cut the hair. So now I'm gonna move on to my cheeks. So what I like to do is find my jawline, put my hand right underneath it and push, and that helps keep my my cheek and sideburn area nice and tight. So Gonna get going again using very shallow angle on the razor. Like I said, just basically flush with the skin and then lift a little. So here's the cheeks, and so I'm moving my point of pressure on my jawline to, you know, move with where the razor's gonna be, and then I'll also puff my cheeks up. Yep, very nice. Now I'm just gonna do my chin area, same thing, moving the point of pressure. And then I like to open my mouth, helps with the skin stretching even more. So right there, and then when I get to my mustache, I'll actually just kind of move the point to where I was just shaving to pull, and then puff my cheeks so that my lip area is puffed up. Yep, and that's about it. And then because of the way my mustache grows, I'll come a little bit of a like angled cross grain. Yep, and that's what works for me. So remember, when you are when you're watching videos such as this, you know, from anyone else, make sure you know which way your beard grows. Because, you know, what's against the grain for me could be with the grain for you. So use these techniques, but just keep your beard growth in mind. So if you need to use, like, you know, this video for your neck on your first pass, you know, do that. And then when it comes to doing your you're against the grain and you gotta go down, then maybe go back to the first video I did where I'm doing a downward stroke. So again, doing the neck area. What I like to do is I just like to come up a little bit and then move along and then go from here. So again, doing the hook. Same thing, pushing right here, up on the sideburn area. Again, using a very shallow angle. Chin area, moving my hand with the razor. Okay, so moving my hand up and puffing my cheeks. And a little bit of cross grain. Okay. And now for everybody's favorite portion, the good old fool's pass. So for the fool's pass, my biggest emphasis is control. You don't want to do this like really fast. You always want to just be doing this nice and slow, nice and controlled. Be aware of where your upper lip is. You know, you don't want to come in too low and start right here and then start going. So just wipe some of the hair that got stuck on my razor. So I'm gonna use this little barber's notch thing right here. It literally makes no difference whether you have it or not. You can go like this. I just like the barber's notch for that little bit of control. It really doesn't add that much, but it is nice for this. So I will start with the heel side and then kind of just rotate the blade to get the rest of my mustache area. So start with the heel. Again, being very cautious of my upper lip, using the mid, and now using the toe side. and that's it. So again, using control. If for some reason, you know, your razor isn't quite sharp enough to do the fool's pass, or you know, anything that feels just a little uncomfortable, like tugging, or you feel any kind of resistance, that's when you want to stop, because that's when you're gonna have to apply more force, and then that's when you risk like cutting your nose, cutting your lip, if you're, you know, like trying to like quickly place the blade and push. So yeah, just do things, you know, stay within what feels comfortable for you. If the fool's pass does not feel comfortable for you, obviously just come cross grain or with the grain again. It really is not something that I'd say is necessary, but if you do want to give it a try, you do feel comfortable with doing that, go for it. I mean, like I showed, it's not too, you know, dangerous like everyone thinks, so long as you're staying in control. So I'm just gonna rinse my face. Feel that excellent post shave from the soap. And yeah, so that is it for my shaves. So now that I finished the passes, I'll probably move on to like more specific things, like getting specific areas of the face if you guys are interested in things like that. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and hope to catch you in the next one. See ya.